Well, we discussed Tom Petty, and well, songwriting wise, do you pay attention to how to write a song, or is it something that you say, well, I just block everything out and I just let it flow, or is it something that you maybe analyze other songwriters too, how they write, like you were saying, Tom Petty, Free Falling?
Yeah.
Is it something that you're now doing more, maybe, because
there's a point of being analytical about songs and how songs are made, and you know, different. I know Dom especially. He's very analytical about chord structures and that sort of thing. I'm more how it feels to me, but I think that the fact that we come at it 2 different ways is actually really good. It's quite healthy. Otherwise, I think if it's too similar, that's not good. You want to have a bit of collision, and I think that's definitely a part of our band. The fact that I'm very much more, and actually Conor is how it feels, and Dom is like structure. It's all about structure. It depends on the song, obviously. Like sometimes, yeah.
Are there certain other artists that you say, well, that they have a feeling in their songs that is really unique for me?
Sorry, say again.
Other songwriters that you say, well, when they, well, maybe certain songs like Free Falling, that they write songs that has that unique feeling.
Yeah, I think someone like Jack White, I think he would probably go off. I think when I listen to his, it feels very raw, like emotion. It seems to come from a certain place. And then you get bands like Queens of Stone Age, who we love, and that I would say that most of their songs are based around groove and sort of making someone move. And that's equally amazing. It depends on the song, really.
Is it for you? Well, the album has been out now, I think, since the 8th of September.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on how the album has been
received?
Yeah, received. Yeah.
It's been amazing. I think the first tour we did was America, so we went over there first, and that kind of set everything else up because we saw how much of a great reaction the new songs were getting. I'd actually say the newer songs are getting a better crowd reaction than the older songs, and that's kind of what you want, I guess. Yeah. It shows we're sort of moving in a new direction, that people are accepting, our fans love it as much as we do. Yeah. It's hard because you write songs for yourself, and then the people in the room also like the song. I think if you start writing songs for other people and you don't enjoy it so much, that's when the problems happen. Yeah. So we're very conscious to be like, right, we like this, and then everyone else in that room like it also.
But can you say that the songwriting for this album was maybe influenced by you having more experience for playing to more people?
Yes, because as I say, because we wrote it whilst touring, the live shows definitely had an effect on them. Like, we were thinking about, okay, how are we going to play? Like, what songs do we think in the set that we're missing? Like, what are the emotions that we're not getting out of the set at the moment? And that kind of influenced how the emotions that we're putting into the second album.
And what sort of songs were lacking? What sort of emotions were lacking?
We wanted more anger. So Design and Amsterdam and I Was Just a Kid, very angry songs. They have very raw emotion to them. We wanted that. I felt like with the first album, we kind of hinted at it, there was bound on the music, but we really wanted to push that boundary. So like, the hardest, rockiest songs are harder on this album compared to the first ones, and that was very important to us.
And how do you incorporate anger in the songs? Is it the playing, or is it the way of singing, or the lyrics? Or?
It's all of it, really. Yeah. I mean, when you've got, again, Design, when you've got a lyric, I'm not made by design, how can you be satisfied? It's very confrontational. And when we had that lyric, we knew what kind of song we wanted from that. We knew where we were going to go. And that song is all about building. It starts off small and atmospheric, and it builds into this massive crescendo in the middle 8. But yeah, that's probably a key example of what we wanted to get out of album 2.
Yeah, you said anger. Were there other emotions that you focused more on for this album?
Maybe putting our heart collective heart on the sleeve a bit more. There are songs like Soda, I Don't Want to Be Myself, It's Making Me So Unwell. That's probably one of the harder songs to put out. When you write a song in metaphor and it's all dressed up, that's very easy to sing. It's very easy to put out because people can kind of take what they want from it. But when you're singing a lyric that is that direct, it makes you feel a bit more self-conscious. So.
Did you hesitate, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a conversation with the band. It's what we talk about it. It's like, okay, are we happy putting this out? Are we happy being this direct? And everyone was. We felt like it was important to do so. It was more true to ourselves than maybe putting everything in metaphor. I'd say the first album was quite metaphorical.
Yeah, because I think a song like Sorry is I think many people can relate to it because of it being so honest.
Right. You get, again, very direct lyric.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to hide there.
Yeah.
But, again, it felt right for us to do that. And I think, although it's very direct, people still can take it in their own way. There is like a universal nature to that I think that's what people connect to, if I'm honest. You don't want to shove a message down people's throat. You still want them to take the song themselves.
What was the nicest reaction you had from someone about certain songs on the new album?
That was one of the nicest things actually about touring this so far, is that pretty much everywhere we go, people have come up to us and been like, this album has really helped me through a lot of things, because the lyrical content is, they said, what is that? They said to me that the album had the words that I didn't have to put, like they had the emotion but they didn't know how to phrase it, and they said the album definitely did that, and it was it really helped them through a lot of problems, and that was great. You don't really, it's not something you really think about. Again, when you're sort of starting a band and you're trying to make music, it's not having that effect on someone isn't really.
And what does this to you when people say this?
It's one of the nicest feelings. I mean, definitely. I mean, having an effect on people is amazing, isn't it? I mean, I have friends who they love their job and they really enjoy it and they make money, but one of the things they really struggle with is that they don't really feel like they're making a difference to anything. They just feel like they're in a system. They're sort of going on in their life, and that's one thing that we're really lucky to. It's a very direct impact that you have on someone. Music is like that, so I feel very lucky.
Aren't you afraid that maybe for the next album you will be more self-conscious about the lyrics you write, or is it something that you can really block?
Maybe. I have a plan for album 3. I kind of want to do something bold and again very, very different. Not going to give it away, but we were so personal and it was so about a certain time of our lives, this album, that I feel like we can afford to do something very different for the next one. So I've got a plan.
Any plans for writing, or?
We're just starting now.
And what do you think, release next year, 2 years?
I'd say, what are we in now? Won't be 2018, 2019 probably, I imagine.
And what are your goals music-wise for you? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve with this band?
Just to progress, and I mean, we want to be a career band. This isn't something. We've never been a band that's about hype. We've never been a band that has fit into a scene. We've always been trying to carve our own way. And if we can carry on doing that, that'll be amazing. If we can carry on doing albums that stand alone, but have the DNA of Nothing But Thieves, and I mean, we're not really fussed about skyrocketing and having one song that's a hit. Like, that's not really why we write. We definitely write albums, and if we can carry on writing albums, that'd be amazing.
And music-wise, what do you still want to do? Because sometimes I feel your music-wise you can still go more directions. Is it something that you feel yourself too? Yeah,
and I feel very lucky that we've kind of set ourselves up that way. There are certain bands that they've kind of written themselves into a hole, and I look at them.
Like Status Quo. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And
It's good though, but yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
does its thing,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
That's, it has its place, definitely. But I look at those bands and I try and put myself in their shoes. I'm like, oh, where would they go next? It's very hard because they've written themselves into a corner almost. I feel very lucky because we were so, because our albums have so much width that we have a lot of places to go. Like, so it's exciting for us, really.
But do you think you will choose maybe one or two albums, maybe for like Radiohead did for more electronic, or maybe groove based, or is it something that you talk about now? Maybe make for one album make a more fixed choice in instruments or.
Yeah, it's hard to say whether that'll work out because again it's only our third album. It's something we've spoken about, going in a certain direction and just writing in that way.
Yeah.
But equally, we could try and do that and it wouldn't work out, and we'd try something else. So who knows? I can't say yet.
Yeah. Last questions. You are writing now. Are you still writing only on tour or also writing back home now?
Well, we don't really have much time at home.
Yeah.
We have. I think we're off tour again on the 21st of December, and then we have 2 weeks, and then we're back out again to Asia and Europe and America. So. It probably will be on the bus, but I'm not sure. The second album was quite quick. We released it pretty much 23 months, I think, after the first album, which is fairly quick. So I'm not sure we'll do that again. We'll see. Depends how the songs go. It's all about the songs. If the songs are there, we'll go. But if they're not, we're not rushing it. So.
And are there any songs yet?
No, there are ideas, and there are like. Half-formed things, but no, I wouldn't say there's songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Cool. No, thank you.
Thank you.